Hey guys, welcome to the 7th year running of Boomtown, located at Fairways of Canton, hosted by Bombsquad Disc Golf. This is Saturday flexing at Boomtown 7. Boomtown, just a little history, was started out by Cody Vitale in 2018, and Bombsquad has run most of those events, if not all, if I have that wrong. And we are at the lovely Fairways of Canton in Canton, Georgia. They are gracious enough to have us on this beautiful golf course every single year without complaint. And I have Ezra Goodwin with me in the commentary booth. He's a 990 rated player out of Sugar Hill with Art of Disc Golf and Trainhopper Disc Golf. And Nathan Goodwin is also on this card today. He's a EV7 player. Adam Ray is going to round out the pro part of our card today. And our fourth is going to be Seth Plants out of Woodstock, Georgia. He's going to be playing from the white pads here at Boomtown today. Ezra, it's good to have you here. How you doing today, my friend?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to see this.
All right. This is, of course, tailored to a guy like you. I mean, if I had to compare you to a player, I would say AB or Calvin type distance, body build, things like that. And you can absolutely bomb, can you not?
I mean, yeah, this course definitely plays to my game.
Yeah.
And I definitely have a big advantage over most of the people here, especially my dad.
Especially your dad. Yeah. It's good to get out here for a different event like Friendsgiving. Friendsgiving is a quads tournament we have out here. And your dad basically all he does is putt in those, doesn't he?
Yeah, his favorite thing to tell people is that he just set the disc down right in front of the tee pad and there, let's go whistle. I actually got really lucky on this shot. I scoobied off the cart path and hit the right side of the grass, and it actually kicked me back into the cart path, which kept me from going OB.
Yeah, because the cart path is actually in this event.
Yes.
Only beyond cart path is going to be OB if in this video you see anybody on the cart path throwing.
Yes, and we actually had a lot of luck on this hole. If you watch this shot, he's going to roll down the hill, and then it comes back up the hill onto the cart path.
Yep, yeah, skip right up there. You can barely see it with my shaky cam there. This is definitely going to be a learning experience video. I was standing about a mile away from Nathan here. He throws it, and then you can't see anything. So I apologize for a lot of the quality in this video. But we've tinkered with settings, and I've gone out with them since and looked at some of the videos, and you can see a lot better in some of these. But you got lucky there too, huh? You threw it just far enough, huh?
I actually skipped out of the bunker, I think. It was just barely over. That hole's always been pretty deceiving with me.
Yeah.
Because the basket's right over it, and it's hard to tell, like, judge the distance. I've been all over that hole.
Yep, this is one to start you off. It's over 1,000 feet. Par 5, but I mean, it's a gettable par 5 if you got the distance.
Yes.
And you stay out of the danger zones like the bunkers or the out of bounds. You're gonna do well on this hole if you've got the arm.
Yes.
And you can see the Stratus bar, the country club in the background there. Fairways of Canton's such a scenic and beautiful course.
Tons of elevation. It's awesome.
Yeah, the elevation is definitely something that people always bring up, and they really like about this course, because you've never really seen a disc do certain things until you've seen it thrown down a massive hill.
Yeah. I mean, it just has so much time and so much room for error. It's crazy.
Yeah. So everybody here pretty much taps in for, well, you got the birdie there.
Yeah.
We're going to see scores pop up here as people are playing as well on the next holes. Seth nabbed himself a birdie, so he was first up there. Ezra, just casually going to what? Throw a forehand?
Yeah, a little buzz the tower.
Little buzz the tower there. Oh, yeah.
Just sent it a little long. I was trying
just
to
a
make
little
sure.
deep.
I didn't have any footing, so I was trying to make sure I got enough on it. Because if you can't actually see it, but down there it's like a little gully. and it's just like all kinds of mud. So my dad actually threw from behind the tee pad in the grass, and I just did a standstill, just ripped it up there, just making sure I had my footing.
Yeah, there was something mentioned in the players' meetings. They were telling everybody it was a little wet down there. It was slick. It was like an ice skating rink. So basically, all Ezra had to do was throw a standstill forehand, 400 foot uphill almost. It's 345, but
this was a fun putt to start off the round.
Yeah, a little 35-foot tester there with the Annie. That was nice. That was nice. I didn't get anybody else putting on this one, but they were all pretty close after their up shots.
God, that looked too easy, Ez.
Yeah, that shot, yeah, I mean, it literally looks like you're barely throwing something like that there.
It's just that baseball arm slot. It's just comfortability for me.
And what position did you play in baseball?
He talked about
Well, until college, I played like infield and pitcher, but once I got to college, I was a pitcher only.
Yep. Okay, so that sidearm really has a bit of juice behind it,
Oh,
huh?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I played third and short, so that's why. I was there.
And Nate gets razzed here hard.
He was about to light one of us up.
Yeah, he was about to go off on us, I think. But it was just a pedestrian walking by one of the little doggy poop trash cans, the metal ones,
It was
and
perfectly
slammed it right in his run up. So Nate ended up in the fairway, but it wasn't that terrible. He's able to get up and down
He was
here.
a good sport about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
He didn't rip a new one into a pedestrian.
Nope.
I mean, and this is a privilege for us to be on a course like this, you know. So we really try to be on our best behavior out here, which is a good thing, so we can keep coming back.
Yes, that's an
Oh,
awesome
and here we
course.
go again with that nonchalant forehand, getting you up here for a nice birdie look.
That was
Cash money is what I'd like to call that. Yep. Just, 3 for 3 to start there? A little turkey to start so far?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I would like to make that putt on the first hole for the Eagles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, technically, yes, it's still a birdie.
Yeah, it's a bird.
It was a good putt.
A-Ray cut and get one in there.
That's a tough little green, just with it being elevated and it kind of sloping down.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, especially off the tee, you know, if you're throwing something, you got to worry about that slope.
Especially on the right side, actually, over there where those bushes are, it just drops straight off.
You keep yourself out of the shrubbery.
There'll be lunch.
So this hole, there's a ton of danger, and we're going to go through it here in this video. We'll let them do it.
Yeah, so cart path all the way up left. Past it.
And is that lined or is it just water on the right?
Here you go. It's a picture of it. So the red line is OB.
Okay, so none of that's OB.
So those red lines are actually stakes that are going to be on that left side, and that, beyond those stakes, was OB.
It's just water on the right side, right?
Yeah,
It's not
I
lined?
think that's those red stakes. Right, kind of over there is marking the edge
So
of the lake.
it's not
And
lined.
as they're saying here, the water is OB.
Yes, and there's like, it's not the line that what the
Those
golf
red
players.
stakes
Yes.
define. Yeah. So that, you know, a little foreshadowing here, I think that might come into play.
Right out of my hand, I thought I lost this disc, and I was really upset. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was
nice,
heading straight for the water, and it was,
Well, and they moved this tee pad.
Yes, right where I
So-
threw it was where the old basket used to be.
Right, and this is a divided hole in previous years. So they combine old holes 4 and 5.
We all know that, Nate.
And this is new hole 4 for this layout. So it's a challenging par 5, but they moved that tee pad down from an old elevated position that would have normally prevented a shot from getting to the water. But I think even in the past, you've eagled the old, you know, shorter par. What was it, 3?
Yeah.
I think was it a 3 or a 4? It might have been 4. I think you eagled it, so it was a 4.
I think it was a 4, yeah. Because
Yeah.
it wasn't an easy shot by any means.
Because that was the old short pad where
Oh, yeah.
where I used to throw from. But I haven't played Boomtown in a couple of years because I'm a noodle arm, and I just enjoy Boomtown now.
Yeah.
And Nathan was flirting with some OB here, but he was living right, and he was inbounds, so.
We actually both got saved by the long grass on this hole. Like, we were both going OB if it wasn't for the long grass.
Yeah, and by not by a little bit, it would have been a long shot.
Yes.
You know, if that long grass hadn't have been thick. So this is the short pad here for this hole. So it's still par 4 from here.
Look at that.
And I mean, it's right outside that distance that, you know, anybody
Man, I
that's
needed a
actually
little
playing the
cool-off. You should've went in the
MA2
water,
pads or the short pads, I mean, it might just be out of their reach.
Dude,
but
I
I
need-
believe there was a couple eagles on that for the
God,
short
man,
pads.
holy
So,
smokes.
and here
Yeah.
we go to Ezra's disc. What is that one again? An eagle?
11-time eagle that I actually
Yeah.
just aced at Kingston, a 411-foot hole. So I was
Oh,
gonna be-
okay. All right. The Kingston Downs, that was that disc. All right.
Yeah, I was going to be really upset because that had just made it over that little hump and was just riding flat and would have just skipped out probably another 40, 50 feet into the water and would have been gone.
Yeah, I mean, out of your hand, everything sounds like a rocket ship. So, I mean, I don't doubt it 1 second.
Me and my dad both left a little left on this hole, giving us a tough putt coming back.
Yep.
Because if you miss it, it's got a good chance of going in the water.
Yeah, that or there's a
green
golf
also,
green
yeah.
right there that you can see, and those are considered OB in this tournament. Every single golf green is OB. And Seth giving it a little run there. Nice floaty bid, controlling the distance after it lands. Ezra's starting 4 for 4 out here, looking like he wants a dub.
And my putt was feeling good that day.
Yeah.
I just really focused on popping right in front of me, and that they were just all sinking for
They
me.
were feeling good. And Nate just coming up a little short, but he'll get that birdie train going here sooner or later. I mean, that's why Trainhopper sponsors him, right?
Yanked a little bit.
A-Ray cleaning up here for a par, I do believe.
Yeah, so this next hole, I actually just learned that it used to be not combined.
Oh no, yeah. It was 2 holes. There was a pin position that's going to be off to the left by that wood line right up here, and it was a par 4.
Oh.
Or actually, it might have been a par 3 because it was short.
It was a par 4. No.
But it was literally like right along that wood line right here.
But I'm saying before that, it used to be combined like this.
But it was even shorter then.
No. It was
Wasn't it?
the exact same as this before they switched it to 2 holes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was
Okay.
talking to Andrew Bradley about.
That would have been a Friendsgiving layout
Yes.
then. Okay. Yeah.
Which on this hole, I don't know if y'all saw it, but I smacked that first tree.
Oh, you couldn't just go without bringing that one up, could you?
Well, I mean, it kind of sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, I mean, that happens though, but I mean, if you were paying attention to the video, you hear Ezra's
Jeez.
dad in there saying, "You're still in Birdieville," which for me, I want to just tell him he's absolutely mad. But, I mean, we'll see how it folds out here in a second. You saw the second shot there, just a simple hyzer, you know, nothing
Yeah.
too shabby. But it was probably, what, a 400
Probably about 430, 440, yeah.
400-foot hyzer there, 440, something like that.
Throwing my Halo Destroyer just on a hyzer, just making sure I
Nah.
stay safe.
Not OB, yes. That is the one thing. You have all the space in the world on this course. You just have to keep it out of OB is the only thing you have to worry about.
Yeah, and I just set myself up right here, just have an open shot into the green.
And
Will you
this
do it?
was an absolute
What?
smash.
Wow.
He is on the hill right there, within 20 feet of the basket, looking down at the basket. From, I would have to say, that shelf down here where you're going to see A-Ray and your dad play from is about a 350-foot shot. You're about another 100, maybe 150 past that,
That's right.
behind it.
Probably, yeah, at least.
So, I mean, that was just a 500-foot slightly downhill shot.
Yeah.
but it was a laser beam with that. What was that?
It
That
was a
girthy Halo
yeah.
Wraith?
I've been loving that thing ever since. I took it out of my bag for a little bit just because it wasn't doing anything for me, and I put it
Have
back
you
in.
done
I'm
this
like, why did
before?
I ever take it out?
And you were probably like, why am I playing
Like,
950
once or
golf?
twice?
Yeah.
It's just that every time I see that disc in your hands, I'm like, oh crap, I better have the right angle, you know, because
Yeah.
I know that thing's about to come out of your hand and it's going to sound like a jet engine.
No, that's definitely one of my favorite discs right now to throw.
Hey, Ray, giving her a little bit here. Oh. He loves to talk to his disc. He's going to be the most vocal person you're going to hear on this course when his disc is in the air. And you know what? It helps.
Just gotta talk to it sometimes.
Yep. All right, can he do it? 5 for 5 here to start. Everybody be looking at their scorecard, really not liking that.
It just rose a little bit on me, but
Off the band.
for that tee shot, I'll take a par.
A par for sure all day. I would be thanking my lucky stars for a par from the short hole. Honestly.
This hole's pretty straightforward. I feel like you just throw it out there and throw another chip hyzer. I mean, the only thing you really got to worry about is the OB left beyond the cart path and then the bunkers. But this year it seemed like the bunkers weren't really playing as tough because they moved the basket.
Yeah. And I mean, they do place it in between two bunkers to give it a little more danger and whatnot.
Really?
But like you said, it's real straightforward.
Hulk
But you
smash
just
after
got
that
up
par?
onto a shelf that literally is above and beyond where most players are going to get. You know, most players are still going to be in that flat area right here where that little dark
Good
spot Nate
boys.
was talking about. And these two put
Right
it
on
dang
my-
near right next to each other. So.
He said, that's the dot,
But
baby."
you're about 75 to 100 past them at least.
Yeah,
So
which gives me a lot easier upshot up into the green.
yeah, you're throwing what, an approach disc instead?
Yeah, putter
Yeah.
normally.
Yep. A-Ray just took off on his partner there and let him walk up the fairway. And no, he picked him up. We're spoiled at Boomtown. Getting the carts. Oh yeah, he stopped. He was joking with
Oh,
him.
I thought there was one time he actually just went.
That was it. He actually, I think it was the hole before actually.
Oh, really?
And Seth like ended up walking the 1,000-foot hole, you
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Oh, and Ezra puts it on the pole there.
But yeah, so you see how this hole, there's a little bit more room between
Sure.
the bunkers?
Yep.
I feel like in years past, they moved it, I feel like it
A
was...
little bit further back towards me where I'm filming
I
because
thought
the
it was-
bunkers are closer
Sorry, man.
together there.
I thought it was more forward in between those two.
Yeah, it might have been closer to
Because
that
I
bunker
remember
that's
it
in
was
front.
It was a lot closer to the bunker to where like it was within 10 feet of
Yeah.
the basket. So like if you came up short at all, you were in the bunker.
Yeah,
Which I feel like in that pin position, there's actually like land in front of it, so it's not as much of a risky shot.
yeah. Yeah, this hole, you know, I like this hole, except for the fact that it's uphill. I mean, it's just, Boomtown's a lot of throw the same exact thing you were just throwing, as long as it lands in the middle.
Yeah, this one I would have loved to see if it
Come
would have
on.
gotten through those trees. I think it would have been up there, but
You can see it dropping
Probably
just
like
now
80,
there,
90 footer, I bet.
off to the
Yeah.
right a little bit. And I would say, yeah, you probably were about 100 feet out. But you're looking just straight up at the bucket.
Yes,
What would
sir.
you say?
it was probably, I'd give it 100, yeah.
Yeah.
Like uphill, plays like 130, 140.
Yeah. Still, though, I mean, in the MPO field,
Oh, yeah.
that's comfortable range. You're going to be
Yeah.
getting up and down there.
Yeah.
You know, no problem. This is par 4. It does have a good bit of danger involved in this hole. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
there's
there's
that green on the
only
left side.
one spot, and it's that green that's
Yeah.
out of bounds. Because the cart path plays as a snake around this hole, so it's actually not out of bounds beyond that cart path.
Yeah.
This shot here, you're going to see it coming in. It's Seth. He's on the opposite end of that far side of the golf green there. Gets himself up
Pretty
the
good
hill
shot, actually.
onto the cart path there within the circle to get a birdie look. Here's A-Ray coming up the hill
It's a nice shot as well.
and gives himself a little park job for the birdie putt. Nathan, The elusive side hand from Nathan Goodwin. Park job.
Parks it.
That's rare right
Very
there.
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like that. Yeah, this one was a little tough because I had like the plants or whatever, like really high. So like I had like maybe a 3 or 4 foot gap that I had to hit, and I just threw it way too high. And then this one I just.
No.
Yeah, I was rough.
Yeah, just taking a break from the birdie streak is all we're doing. It's all right. We'll be back.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was a bit low here from Seth and not a good roll.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. Oh, and then we got another putt here.
Nice birdie for Adam.
Yep, A-Ray cashing one in, as well as Nate. Nathan's going to be tapping in a birdie there too. Seth taking a bogey, unfortunately, but he's been playing pretty good. I think he's going to fight back on this one. Oh, whoa. Michael Stoddard cameo there.
Side hand.
This is a tough hole right here.
I love this hole. This is one of my favorites on the course, I think. Just downhill, danger
It's not
everywhere.
It's not really that downhill though. Like it's deceiving, like because it looks like it's downhill, but then it goes back up, and it's maybe 5 or 10 feet lower than you. But like with all the wind play, it makes it feel so much farther.
Right. There's just so much airspace between you and that basket.
Yeah.
You know, and to get something to fly that straight, that controlled, is very tough. And I can't wait for the next Boomtown video I make, because I'm pretty sure you absolutely pumped this drive up there.
Yeah, so this one I didn't give it enough ante because it's hard to push it on those right sides. If you hit those trees, you're screwed.
Right.
And so this one I kind of left it a little bit left. The next one I made the adjustment of actually forcing it and trusting it to come
Right,
back.
and it was on the rope. It was on the rope the whole way there. So this hole actually used to be, well, for our doubles event, Friendsgiving at Fairways that Bombsquad puts on.
Great golf.
Friendsgiving at Fairways is a quads event, and a second round we played alternate shot, best shot. So you have 2 players that are paired up, and they throw 2 shots, and then the other pair goes after that. Anyways, this was 2020 Friendsgiving at Fairways. Ezra was throwing his second shot from down here, maybe where the basket was, I would say. I think Chim Chim threw the tee shot, Tim Ellis, and it got down there.
It was a little left on the left side.
Right. But story time here. So Ezra was throwing the second shot on a combined version of this hole and the next hole in the current configuration. But from my memory, Jason Light and I were up on the fairway just a little bit in the trees on that right side. And we were a little far away from where Nate and Ezra's lie was. And Jaybird says, "Holy crap." And I could hear a disc above. And as soon as I sighted it above, about 50 to 60 foot above us, Jaybird then says, "This has a chance." And it had a chance to get to the basket. Sure enough, it ended up being probably about 50 foot out. And the next set of alternate shot doubles pair, John Allison and Tim Ellis were up. And John Allison stepped up and drained it for probably, I would say, the best eagle I have ever seen in my life.
It was sick. I think there's actually a video of it.
I think the putt of John is somewhere out there on the interwebs.
This hole killed us.
This hole definitely is very dangerous. But
right
Ezra, I want to
corner.
just elaborate
You guys
a
went
little
right by
more
it.
on that shot that you threw. I would say it was probably anywhere from about 600 to 700 feet, all the way down that hill to where it's still on this downslope, looking about 50 foot away from where this basket is right now. What do you remember what you threw? Or it must have been like a Wraith or
I
a
think
Destroyer
it was a Wraith or
or something
Destroyer.
like that.
And I remember just throwing something on a little bit of Annie and just letting it ride down that hill because I knew if I just get it on the right angle, it's just going to fly.
Right.
And I was just making sure I kept it away from that left side because that left side's OB. And I also I wasn't really worried about the ditch on the right, but I was like, I don't want it to just burn over way to the right. So I threw something with a little more stability, and it was perfect.
I mean, and I'll never, ever forget that shot ever in my life. It was insane. I mean, even the video of the putt, I mean, Nate is freaking out, jumping around. Everybody's
awesome.
cheering. It was a good time, man. Oh, and this is a good one here. You put her up there nice and close. So we're at 5 down. This is hole 10 here, so through 9 holes.
This is a fun little hole.
Yeah, you got to throw over this ditch right there in front of everything, and that is a gnarly ditch right there with a creek that runs through.
So if you saw where mine just land right up there, maybe like 5 to 10 feet to the left is the little green, which is OB. So it makes this hole a little tougher. And as you can see, it kind of slopes down to the right. So if anything on the right, it's just going to roll down to the right into those trees.
A-Ray almost dunking it right there. It skipped up and about gave the basket a kiss there. And Seth going for the bird there.
Oh, Seth, a good run.
Just short. And we got Nate going for a putt here for the 2. Oh, it's just short. Those front rim bangers, man. You just want them to get up is all you want.
Yeah.
A-Ray converting on his birdie there. That's a good bird.
Puts
almost
one down, I think.
Yeah, through the front 10. So him and Nate look like they're going to be tied there. Seth putting in a 3. And that'll do it for the front 10 of this Saturday flexing at Boomtown 7. Thank you very much for watching. We got a little score update here. It's going to be Ezra Goodwin at 6 under without a bogey, Nate at 1 under, A-Ray at 1, and Seth at 1 as well. So everybody on the good side of the score.
Yeah, everybody's playing pretty well. It's a tough course. Like, you're going to have bogeys. It's almost inevitable with how much OB there is and how much, I guess, ground play. Like, there's so many OB.
Well, and the discs fly and also skip different than on normal disc golf courses here, you know, so it is definitely an experience.
Everything's nice and mowed.
Oh man, it's immaculate. Jim, the maintenance guy out there at Fairways of Canton, he does an absolute banger of a job out here, and we can't say enough about it. Thank you, Bombsquad. Thank you, Art of Disc Golf. Thank you, Ezra.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching this JKDG356 production. Stay tuned and hit the subscribe button for the back 10 video that will be coming out as soon as I can get her done. Check out all the links in the description below to support the brands that made this video possible, and also give Bombsquad Disc Golf, Art of Disc Golf, Trainhopper Disc Golf, and JKDG356 a follow on Facebook and Instagram to see more awesome content from the North Atlanta disc golf scene. Till next time, this is JKDG356 telling you to let her rip, Tater Chip.